I never imagined a quiet Saturday night could completely dismantle my life. Just hours before everything collapsed, I felt steady, comfortable, even. Clara had messaged me earlier, heading out for ice cream with Emma. Back soon. Her easy tone made me smile. My chest warmed with that soft, familiar pride that comes from believing your home is solid. I thought moments like these were the small stitches that held our life together. Everything felt uncomplicated, secure, filled with the kind of everyday joy I'd never questioned. Then I kept scrolling. Emma's post appeared, harmless at first glance. A bright, sun-drenched photo of two women at a tiny cafe table, ice cream cones in hand, their laughter suspended in a perfect little snapshot. I paused, letting their happiness wash over me for a second. Then my eyes shifted, and my world tilted. Clara's mouth was pressed against another man's. Not a quick, accidental touch, but a slow, intentional kiss. My fingers stopped moving. The phone suddenly felt scorching in my hands. My stomach lurched violently. A wave of disbelief punched through me. I blinked hard, thinking my mind was twisting what I saw. Maybe it was the angle. Maybe it was a joke caught at the wrong moment. But as I zoomed in, my chest constricted. The warm golden light framed them like some cruel, flawless postcard. And then I saw it, Clara's hand on the back of his neck, her fingers gently tangled in his hair. That warmth I believed belonged only to me was being given to someone else. My thoughts scrambled. Denial hit first, cold, sharp, desperate. She wouldn't. Not Clara. Not us. I tried coming up with explanations. Maybe it was a dare. Maybe she got caught up in a stupid moment. But the closer I looked, the faster those excuses shattered like thin glass. Then the details I'd ignored resurfaced. The sudden late nights at work. The locked phone. The little bursts of laughter she hid when she thought I wasn't watching. All those tiny things I brushed off as normal parts of marriage, they rearranged themselves into a picture I had never wanted to see. I set my phone down and buried my face in my hands, tasting the sharp metallic edge of tears I refused to release. Anger came next, hot, violent, uncontrollable. How could she? How could he? My vision blurred as images of them together flashed through my mind, laughing, touching, sharing something I believed was sacred. My fists clenched so tightly that my palms went numb. Then guilt slipped in, slow and poisonous. Had I been blind? Had I missed the signs? I replayed every conversation, every uneasy moment I'd shoved away. Her laughing at a message I never saw. The dinner she canceled without explanation. The guilt stung because deep down a part of me had sensed something and still chose not to believe it. The apartment closed in around me. The fridge's hum, the faint ticking clock, the sirens in the distance. All of it blended into a suffocating rhythm of dread. I tried calling her. No response. Texted her. Nothing. I desperately wanted her to lie, to tell me it wasn't true, to hand me back the life I thought I had. But even as I waited, the certainty of betrayal settled heavily in my chest. When Clara finally walked in, carrying the scent of vanilla and mint like a twisted reminder of where she'd been, the relief of seeing her collided violently with the hatred simmering inside me. She smiled, warm, carefree, glowing in a way that used to make my heart stop. "Hey," she said, dropping her bag. "The ice cream was amazing. Emma and I had such a good time." My voice didn't work. My hand trembled as I showed her the photo. She froze mid-step, something flickering across her expression, recognition. "Clara, what is this?" I asked, my voice cracking under a storm of anger, heartbreak, disbelief, and love. She stared at the screen, and guilt spread across her face, real, raw, unhidden. But instead of denying it, she exhaled, a long, weary breath like she'd been carrying this weight for too long. I didn't mean for you to see that," she whispered. "It wasn't supposed to happen." "Not supposed to happen?" My voice broke. "You kissed him. You." The words got stuck, but the picture spoke for me. Her gaze fell. "We were just hanging out. I went out with a friend. Her lips trembled. She couldn't look at me. It's complicated. I don't know what I want. I know it's selfish. I know I'm hurting you. I never meant to. The laugh that escaped me was hollow and bitter. You think that makes it better? Just saying you're sorry? Tears burned behind my eyes, but my heart still ached for the woman I thought I knew. How long? I asked. She swallowed hard. A few months. Those two words exploded inside me, wiping out whatever trust remained. My thoughts spun, trying to piece together a betrayal so heavy it didn't seem real unless I processed it in slow motion. I walked out, needing air, needing distance from the walls closing in. The streets were slick from rain, reflecting neon lights in broken patches of color. I wandered aimlessly, each step echoing the hollow thud of a heart trying to reconcile love with devastation. I thought about my proposal, her smile, the way her lips curved like they were made for me and me alone. How could that same woman kiss someone else, touch someone else, laugh like that with someone who wasn't me? This wasn't just about a kiss. This was theft of memories, of promises, of the future I believed in. Hours blurred. Eventually, I ended up on a bench, soaked and shivering, staring at my reflection in a puddle. The face looking back resembled mine, yet felt unfamiliar, emptier, carved out by betrayal. And still, beneath all the devastation, a stubborn love lingered. Love tangled with anger, grief, and disbelief. When I returned home, she was there, not waiting at the door, not on the couch, but quietly sitting in the kitchen, a small lamp casting a soft glow over her face. She didn't speak. She didn't cry. She simply waited, fragile, uncertain. In that moment, I realized we were standing at a crossroads. Not just as a couple, but as two people deciding what our relationship even meant anymore. Could it survive this? Should it? I didn't know. I still don't. All I knew was the raw, painful truth that the life I believed was mine had been stolen and shared with someone else. With trembling hands, I picked up my phone again and wrote a post. Not angry, not accusatory, just a quiet acknowledgement of what had happened. And somewhere in that mess, I realized I still wanted to create, still wanted to reach out, share, connect. If you're still here reading this, thank you. Your presence means more than you think. Let's keep building something real together. If you've stayed this long, consider subscribing. Let's reach 5,000. Let's keep making, sharing, growing. Even betrayal can't extinguish the urge to create, the stubborn drive life has to keep moving forward. And maybe tomorrow, I'll learn how to do that without being completely broken.